Welcome back everybody to the second video of the transparency series. Today's video is on the
general fund.
So I didn't even wait for you to finish drinking that. It is the general fund, exactly. General fund is right here. Jonathan, can you tell everybody what general fund is in 10 seconds?
It's usually the largest budget within a government entity, and it's used to basically pay for the administration or most of the things that we typically associate with the government.
Yes. So the general fund is like the smaller pig. I love pigs. And it is the biggest budget that we have. And it's the one that feeds everything, just like Jonathan said. And there's these little piglets right here. And in some cases, some piglets eat more than others. And we'll discuss that later on. But this is kind of the image that you can have in your mind when it comes to the general fund. Okay? So we're going to look at the budget. This is a page from the budget. This is page 3. The budget can be found online. You can download it. This is a PDF version. It's got some of our notes on it. And the general fund is made up of...
Well, it has both revenue or income or cash coming into this city. And then it also has expenditures or expenses or cash potentially leaving the city where they're paying for their bills.
Right. And sometimes they can be a little confusing, but just kind of keep in mind that in the general fund in and of itself, $107.5 million is what the City of Brownsville has to play with and try to run the city. Right?
Yeah, I'll just add that generally the city tries to match the expenditures or what is going out with the amount that's coming in. So at the end of the day, there's generally not a lot left over. In some cases, there might be more spending than actually income.
Right. So just always think of the general fund kind of like your budget from home. You have a job, if you make $1,000 a week, you kind of try to balance that out. Am I spending more than I'm making, or am I saving from what I'm making? That sort of thing. The city runs very much in a similar way. So what are the major sources of revenue in the city budget or the general fund? This is also, again, the page from the budget. Major sources of revenue in the millions are here. You want to scroll that down? Okay, right there. All right. So this chart shows from 2015 all the way to 2019. And there's 3 sections of it. Okay. We have fees and services. Do you want to kind of touch on fees and services real quick?
Well, if you do business with the city, whether you're paying for a fee that you've incurred or a permit or something like that, then it's generally going to be an inflow or cash going into the city.
Right. Property taxes, it's what we all pay when we have our properties, okay? And then sales tax. Anybody who purchases anything is paying some sales tax. And you can see the totals here. Sales tax and property taxes, roughly the same at $29.3 million. And then fees and services, when you go into the city or you have to pay a fee or a fine, 21.8. And that comes up to a whopping total of
$80.4 million. So about a little less than 80% of the budget is coming in from those 3 main sources.
Exactly. So we won't touch into the rest of it, but I think that gives us all generally a pretty good idea. And so what we're going to do is we're going to pull up the chart now. The famous little pie chart.
To talk about outflows. I'm going to hide for a minute.
Yeah, this is the expenditures. And so here is the Brownsville General Fund, the 2018-2019. This is the exact same chart that you would find in the city budget, except we've taken the perspective out of it so it's a lot easier to see. The first chart, part of the biggest piece of the pie, is the public safety. And that's 56% of the budget, or $60 million there. Pretty standard for most large cities in Texas and in some other parts of the country. Okay, fire, PD, and EMS is what comes out of that pie. And then the next one is the general government. This is what the city spends in order to run the government. That's 17% of the pie chart, or $18.2 million. Next one is culture and recreation. That has to do with all of the, I call it the fun bucket. So it's what's really fun and things really enjoy doing. A lot of our city events that we enjoy come out of that one. 11.1 million, or 10% of the budget. Okay. Right below that is public works. Public Works is, you know, the potholes, the maintenance, recycling center, drainage, thank you, street patching, beautification, building maintenance, and sidewalk construction according to the budget. We spent 9% or 9.9. Okay.
9.9 million.
9.9 million, yes. Thanks, Jonathan. Now, I think what most people get shocked by here is, let's kind of ignore the blue for a second, ignore the orange. Here's our fund bucket, 10%. Here's our maintenance bucket at 9%. 11.1 million versus 9.9. So it's pretty much a no-brainer. We are spending in the city of Brownsville more money from in the bucket of fun, culture and recreation, and just slightly less on public works. Now, I love the way Jonathan puts it when he compares it to for every $100, right? Go ahead and put it, yeah, but it's kind of...
Show my face again?
Show your face again.
Hi. Yeah, so I like to think about it is like if we were to have $100 in a bucket, we're basically spending $9 out of every $100 on streets, public works, drainage, things like that. So only 9 out of every $100 is going towards those types of things. I'll hold it.
I'll do it this way. That way we can talk about it. All right. So 9 out of every 100.
That's right.
Versus
10 out of every 100.
Okay.
17 out of every 100.
Mm-hmm.
56 out of every 100.
So if you think about what you might have at home, and you know, like I said, compare it to your budget at home, you know, would you be spending money this way, or just keep it to these? Would you be spending more on your barbecues and fun times? You know, inviting your friends over for a barbecue and beer, and spending less on getting your house prepared or paying some of your bills? You know, it's kind of one of those things. Whenever we concern ourselves as citizens and wonder why some of the streets aren't being paved, I think it's important to look at this. Can we make any changes from there? Could the city commission make some changes? I think absolutely. I think we just have to get our priorities straightened out and know what it is that we need in the city. And all of these pieces are important to run and have a city that provides for us and that we're happy to live in. But it definitely takes some planning and organizing, because every dollar matters, every dollar counts.
Agreed. The one thing I'll just say is that we started out with the picture of the mama pig, and the reason why this is the mama pig is because it's the biggest, but ultimately you do have this wedge right here, and that is where the mama pig is providing nourishment to,
that's operating
transfers, yeah, that's right. Where it's providing nourishment to some of the other budgets, and we'll be talking about those in an upcoming video.
Yes.
I'll put this down.
You can put it up on the board. So everyone, thanks for watching. Hopefully it's been informative. Like I said, we've only really just scratched the surface. Share this video with your friends and let them know, hey, this is how the city of Brownsville is spending some of our money. I'm always shocked by these two pieces right here, and hopefully now that you have a better understanding, you'll understand that maybe this will answer a lot of questions that we've had. So stay tuned for our next video, which will be on
the enterprise funds, the little piglets.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about the little guys down here, or in this case, this chart, it's the green section down here. All right, well, thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.